Hello YouTube, one more time. On today's video, we're working on this 1993 W140 or S-Class. Uh, this is a 300 SE, the basic, which by no means is basic S-Class. Beautiful car. So the problem that we were experiencing with this vehicle is a problem with the ABS. The light on the dashboard was coming on at different, times. As you can see over there right now, I have the switch on. It was this light over here, the ABS. So when the car was running, the ABS light was on. So basically, what was happening, um, I did some research about the powers and grounds. So basically, this is the ABS unit. It's a three-way unit. This one does not have a traction control. So it's basically one line for the rear, one line for the left, the front, and the two inputs, one down here, the other one down there. So they come from the master cylinder. You pressurize the system, and so upon request, the ABS unit will figure when to, control and regulate the valves. So in this connector, we have several cables. There is another good video from another gentleman, I believe it's a German gentleman, who explains more about this unit. So, fair enough. I watched his video, I saw how he did it, and I understood more about the system. It comes down to explain that this is a steel system. There's basically a few things that can really go wrong. There's two relays, and this is the part that we're going to talk about. This is the cover for one of the relays, but because I wanted to get more understanding of how this thing works. So down there, basically right here, where you see I got close to the um, relay, when the switch is off, right now I have the ignition on, as you know, but when the switch is off, this will retract and will come back as an open circuit. Let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and close the circuit, the switch, ignition switch. So right there, you guys can see there's a little gap in between here and this section of the relay. So when I turn the ignition on, the relay will basically close back. But here's the kicker. So this vehicle, like I said, I work on it. I was diagnosing it. This is how the relay actually is situated in the circuit right here. This is the important thing. I'm going to cut the chase and I'm going to explain why it's important to basically start from the beginning. So as you can see, there is one coil that controls the normally open circuit. And so there is a 85 and 86, which is common among those relays or four-blade relays. Um, Here's the part number, by the way, 0015426 And so right here we have the control. One of them will be ground, one of them will be power. In this case, it's 86, as I listed right here. Down here, you can see when you turn the ignition on, there will be power over here. And then on this one, the 87 will be power at all times. So, well, then the way it works is basically you will have the current coming in from the ignition switch over here, and so it will close the circuit, allowing that connection to occur. Okay, so it will draw this blade down and then closing the circuit, sending the current um, to 87, and this one will be 87. Okay, so it will basically telling the computer or basically the dashboard that this circuit is working fine. One of the things that I want to mention is that at the beginning I did not have any connection with the ABS unit. So I have this old-fashioned scanner that is launch CRP229. And so this is a basic scanner, and basically it's pretty good for older cars. So once I set it up, basically with a 38 pin connection, this one does not have a OBD2 connection, so you can get access through this port, and then basically you can access to the diagnostic port right here. So what I did, I was trying to get um, connection with the ABS computer. So I did not have that. I'm gonna go ahead and open up Technique. And so when I was attempting to do this, it would tell me that there was no connection. The screen is a bit blurry, but this video doesn't make justice. Anyway, so right now we're trying to connect to the scanner, with the scanner to the computer, the ABS computer. And so basically, it takes its time. So I was not able to connect. Well, I gain access to read the file codes, clear the memory, etc. So that means if I get access to this menu, I'm getting a connection with the computer. So there's no file codes present, okay? So we can read some data. And it's not a very particularly strong scanner by any means, but it's functional to diagnose certain problems. So um, the point of the video is, okay, so we gain access now because what I found, you can again, you see, you can read the values of the speed, etc. When if I press the brake, it's going to come on. So this scanner helped me out to basically detect that, well, I was not getting connections to the ABS system. So after looking around, I know that there is one fuse box situated by the battery on the trunk. There's another fuse box over here, right over here, next to the ABS module. But here's the thing. Right here we have another three fuses on the GM module, which I believe is related to the air conditioning system. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just doing it to help out other technicians out there. So I made my own connection because this adapter is quite large and it won't fit into the um, slot there. And since this is plastic and I don't want to disrupt my connection, this is a pretty good tool. You've seen it in another videos. So basically, I have the switch open, and right there, we're reading about an ohm. I'm sorry, less than an amp of current going through the circuit. So what I found is that this fuse right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna place it right over here. It's broken. It blew out for whatever reason. And so that was the reason why I wasn't able to connect to the system. Now, I found out because, like I said, I know there is some fuses over here. There's three fuses. And so I checked one by one, and then I discovered that this one was, blown out. Now, I went ahead and got another fuse, 10 amp fuse. I'm replacing it with the exact same fuse that's supposed to be there. And so now, once I start the vehicle, which I will show you right now, the light goes away as it should once the car is running. All right. That's the seat belt indication, and the ABS light is no longer coming on because it detects a fault or anything. It's a pretty low mileage car, about 31,000. So, you know, that was the solution for this problem. Again, if you guys experiencing that kind of problem, I suggest you to check the relays, check the fuses. I'm gonna turn off the engine because it's kind of loud. So both relays, this relay is a four blade relay, in this case 4-pin relay, and it's, it only goes one way. This one feeds the pump. So I tested the relay, I tested the power coming here, and I also had, power coming to this element. Give me 1 second. So once we have the ignition on, we check power supply, and then we have power over here, power over here. This is the relay that controls the pump that's situated under the module. So we're going to go ahead and put it back. For in my case, this other relay, this is the solenoid valve relay. And like I mentioned, the part number was at the beginning of the video. I'll repeat it one more time. It's 0015426 I called the Mercedes-Benz dealership and it's no longer available. So if you guys have this situation, please check your fuses, check the the relay that is working properly, so that you guys, because it's not available, so you might find it online, but it's not guaranteed. Probably you need to end up going to a wrecking yard, buying a used one, but first you have to test it. Okay, with that diagram and some basic knowledge of how the relays work, you should be able to troubleshoot the actual relay. But like I said, the main thing of the video is to help somebody pinpoint the problem. If with the switch on, you're not getting current to this particular 86, and then at 87, you should have hot at all times. This is a good point to start. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and road test it, but from what I see, this problem has been taken care of. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps somebody. Until next time.